Welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host. So you probably didn't see part of that DVD cover. But that's because we're talking about today's film, and this time we're gonna go all the way to the 1930s. Yes. I'm watching my first movie that's dated all the way back to the 1930s. And this is with the great classic actor Boris Karloff. And it has to deal with a house. As we decide to head into the Old Dark House. Yeah, the movie's called The Old Dark House, or The Old Dark House. I gotta tell you right now, this movie is an interesting watch. It says on the cover, with Karloff, we also have Melvyn Douglas, Gloria Stewart, Charles Laughton, Lillian Bond, and directed by the great James Whale. Yeah, Old Dark House was made in 1932. Yes, 1932 film. This is actually put up by Kino on Video, I think, which is actually released through Image Home Entertainment. So this is an Image DVD. This is not a universal release. Image just happened to release it because at one point this movie is very public domain. For those who don't know about public domain means anybody can sell, release, and put out a movie like this and many other public domain. Like I said, a lot of the old silent cartoons were public domain. So I wanted to get that out of the way to let you know. Now, this movie did glitch a couple times as I was watching the film. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I found it loose. And yeah, this seen better days. You can see my camera right there, my DVDs. So I kind of wanted to show that off. So yeah, it's an older DVD, so I don't think this print is good. It actually says here that this is a 1995 Kino on Video release. The DVD was put out in 1999. So with that out of the way, what did I think of The Old Dark House? Really cool movie. It was produced by, it was produced by Carl Laemmle Jr., who at the time owned Universal. Universal was the owner of a lot of these older movies, like a lot of the Universal monster movies. They're owned by Universal, and Carl Laemmle presented. The movie is directed by James Whale, who directed Karloff and Frankenstein, and some of the other Universal monster movies, Dracula, Invisible Man, all that stuff. So I got that out of the way. Let's get into talking about The Old Dark House. The movie centers around three strangers that enter into a house. They walk into a house and they're greeted by Karloff, who plays a butler. But servant, I think. The other guy is he's a butler, I forgot. The other guy is the guy who owns the house. So, I forget the other two, but Gloria Stewart plays the woman that, along with the two men, go into the house. So it's raining and they gotta find a place to stay. Their car broke down. Well, I don't think their car broke down, but it got stuck somewhere. I think. So they head into the dark house to basically get warm, get acquainted. But for some reason, they always have potatoes for dinner, which is also very weird as well. This movie is very strange of what it's trying to be, but with a film that's made in black and white, though it gives you a disclaimer that Karloff, the man who played Frankenstein, stars in the next picture, and the film begins. We get the universal release, and the movie begins. Like I said again, it's very weird in that time period. 1930s is very weird when it comes to making movies, especially that gothic horror. But I think it really works because the black and white texture and tone makes it more authentic as if this movie was shot in color. I think when it's shot in black and white, it works in those kinds of ways. So I do like that as well. And I think it just has that authentic look. So basically, the woman, she's completely crazy. Then you got another guy who just heckles. He's crazy, but doesn't come to the very end of the film. I couldn't watch much of this since it glitched on key scenes, but I'm trying my best to review this. If I get another copy, maybe next Halloween I'll do a rewatch and give this one a rewatch again. It's very strange for what it's trying to be, but like I said, that gothic horror definitely does have that really, really good flair to it though. The acting isn't very good, but for 1930s, this was very emotional. I just think the acting is a little so-so. Karloff is probably the best part because he plays a sort of butler, but he's also a sociopathic monster, and he has a beard, and that all makes it that unique for what it is. Like I said, the house that's set in is very unique for what it is, and definitely something to check out during that Halloween season, or the spooky season if you want to be clear. But I thought this is a good way to talk about the film. So, I liked it. It's good. But like I said, I couldn't watch much of it because my disc was like glitched. My disc glitched, so I couldn't really watch the film. But it is on Blu-ray, and I'd probably go with that because the film printing on this isn't very good. At times it crackled, some of the dialogue was too low. But like I said again, this is not a bad movie. I think it's a really fun movie to put around that spooky season. And I could definitely recommend this to anyone. But yeah, it's good. I like it. I like how the setting of it and really does make this unique. I think the cast, like I said, is really good. I guess I'll show you Karloff right there. Look at Karloff right there. That is awesome. This is actually, I don't have the cover. I printed it off on my computer. So yeah, you can easily tell because if I go right here, this disc was real. So right there. That's a real disc. I just found this loose. So like I said again, it's really good. Yeah, I was right. He was a butler. Yeah, I was right. No, wait, I'm wrong. Gloria Stewart isn't one of the Voyagers. It's Melvin Douglas, Raymond Massey, and Lillian Bond. Those are the three strangers. But yeah, the Haunted Mansion setting is really cool. Definitely something. But the one crazy woman, Eve Moore, is the crazy woman. So she's crazy. The guy, her, is asking more potatoes. Would you like some more potatoes? And they had potatoes and bread the whole time. So that dinner scene is very crazy, but for what it is, I think it works well as that. But it's definitely more of a American. It's definitely not American, but it's definitely a curiosity. But if you want to watch that kind of thing, yeah. There's not a way of special features. There's an interview and a few commentaries. So not a way of much special features and a photo gallery. So anyways, final verdict. Should you see The Old Dark House? Yes. If you want to see a movie, if you want to know more or less, it's film history. If you're a big fan of Universal like I am, and you never saw, if you like Halloween, or if you're like me trying to watch the entire Universal library, you have to see Old Dark House. I like the idea, even though some of the acting's a little hokey, but that setting, the ending is really good. The setting, the final climax is really good. It's very not really scary, more of a thriller and more chilling than any horror film I've seen. It's not so much of a horror film, more of a character study and a thriller. It's film history. If you're a big film buff and you want to go back in time to the 30s and take a look at film history, Old Dark House is definitely something to check out. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and come back next time with the next review. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.